Y'all, I'm so excited. Well, hey y'all, Joseph, welcome back to the channel. Today, getting into some exciting things. Happy New Year, 2024. Yes, we made it. And for all of us with little kids, hey, you made it to the holidays. Congratulations. Welcome back to the real world. So interesting and fun time over Christmas break for me with our family. Post all of the Christmas things for church and work there, but also time with family and friends and all of that was excellent and good. Today, I'm going to be talking about something new and old. There have been a lot of people getting into film photography and talking about all of that. For me, as a person who grew up taking pictures with film photography, having my first camera then, all those things, all those feels, I resisted them and resisted the urge to get into more film photography side of things. But over the weekend, my spouse was cleaning out some things and found my original camera that I borrowed from my mom. Now, this is the EOS Rebel S. This is a 35mm film camera that I first learned on. This is the first camera I had. Now, for any of you who are photographers, you know how powerful and meaningful it can be to reconnect with your first camera, right? So this is the first film camera I learned on, and this is what I started practicing taking pictures with, and have pictures from when I was in my preteen years and never returned this back to my mom, but also from trips out west when I worked out in college out in the Four Corners area in Durango, Colorado, and slide film from back then, and then also trips to Ecuador and a couple other places when I was volunteering. So this camera itself, even with all its banged up scratches and all that, has some real meaning to me. Again, this past year I turned 40. There's all these midlife things, but I'm really interested because this camera is EF mount. So all of the EF lenses that I have can work on this camera. Now, autofocus is a little bit slower and different. This camera itself is a pretty good little automatic camera. Again, it's got the ability to interchange lenses. Of all the lenses I have, whatever EF glass I have, I can use on this, which is all these huge wide range of lenses. And so in order to get this to work, needed to figure out battery, is it going to work? And then also what kind of film to try out first. Now, there are a whole host of websites devoted to what kind of film you want to try. I am going with something that is both affordable and good. So this is Fujifilm C200, classic film, really good color renderings, good for portraits, good for outdoor, typically in daylight or bright light indoors if you're there. So I'm interested to try it out. So I haven't shot any of this film yet, but I'm going to. And so purchased some on Amazon and also got a new camera battery for this. So just a typical, tiny little battery deal. Order it, get it. Came this week. I'm really excited to try it out. Partly because of all the sounds, right? The ASMR, the sound part of things that is going to be fun and different for this one. So it's got, the shutter speed mode. It's got all the different aperture settings mode, which also communicates with this lens. And I'm just going to try out starting off with this 50mm f1.4. Classic lens that I love carrying around, whether I'm on the R6 or something else like it. But I want to do some kind of comparisons for how I would expose this on the Canon R6 with maybe like this 50mm f1.8 on it, versus how I might do it in some other film. But I'm going to try and get some comparisons between how it would shoot on the R6 with a similar modern lens for this, and then this, ultrasonic, which is the step below L series, but not the basic kit lens. If I had two kit lenses, or I wish I had two of the same lenses, but I don't. That's how it goes. But I'm going to give it a shot and try it out. But I wanted to, take a minute to load the film. These are the things that we get excited about. So the Fuji world, there's all kinds of different types of film. This is, like I said, for daylight and flash. And if you ever shot on film, you get excited about the little things. Little plastic capsules for when Boy Scouts and I would put matches in this, or all the things to keep there. So I'm pretty excited about this, trying out some film photography. So yeah, put this in lock mode, and we're gonna load it, put it in, and it should auto wind. I've not tried this yet, so we'll find out. And let's see. Okay, so I want to close this part, and then I'm excited to see what's going to happen. So if I go, y'all, I'm so excited. I am like a kid in a candy store. I mean, look at this 90s strap. Am I right? At the time this camera came out, it was a big deal because it was an upgrade. It's got a flash in it. And I really am pretty excited to try this out. So again, the cameras I shoot on now in the R6 mirrorless world, there's no flash in these. If I want to use flash, I've got to get an external one. I don't have one of those. If I want to rent it, I can. But interested to see what this little S, special for having a flash, can do. But just the sounds. I mean, did I mention how it sounds when it winds the film? It's pretty amazing. So I'm going to shoot this roll, and hopefully not all 3 of these rolls, get some things developed and sort of see how it feels. But I am really excited. If you've ever used Canon things, you can listen. I'll probably have to turn the sounds off, but if you're a Canon person, then this little sound makes sense. Let me try it one more time. Listen. All right. We'll try for a self-portrait with this part of things. So let me see if I can do it. Can I shoot it down here? This is perfect. All right. So let's see if I can do this. What's the shutter speed on it? 45. Can I swing that? Let's try it. Ready? Okay, here we go. This is self-portrait on the camera monitor. Let's try it. Let's do it landscape. A little more exciting. Oh, that sound. I'm not going to nerd out a whole lot more about this, but just exciting. All right, so that's exposure 1. Now, what I'm also going to do for a lot of these shots is try and mimic the same shot with digital mirrorless, and let's see how it's going to feel. So that was shot at f1.4. I can't shoot that one. This one at f1.4, but we'll do it at f1.8, and I'll sort of get a similar exposure. Let's put this on the same exposure settings. I should probably put this on an ISO 200 just to get the same feel. So let's knock this down to ISO 200. Shooting at 1/60th, that looks super bright. So I'm going to actually tone this down a little bit so I can actually hopefully not overexpose this self-portrait thing here. I just accidentally took 2 pictures. That's not going to happen on this camera. Again, super nerdy, but also really interesting and exciting. Pumped for this this sort of flavor. Even like, this old 90s camera that I'm so excited. This is what got me into photography. And so I said, it's going to be a fun adventure in this 2024 with some film, getting to play with all the things. But I appreciate you watching here on the channel. Yeah, next video I'll have will be some of the thoughts on this and how it went. But are you a digital photographer person? Have you gone film? Did you stay film? Did you learn on film? Let me know down in the comments about sort of how you got involved and if you've ever shot film or if that's something you're doing new now. I feel like I should have like a portrait shoot-off between these cameras of each other. So I think what I'm going to do is go out and take pictures of similar places with both of these cameras to get sort of a sense of how the shot feels from a digital mirrorless world versus how it feels for this, again, shooting C200 Fujifilm. So let's check it out, and I'll see how it goes. All right, for my first shot, I'm going to try a top-down shot of this actual camera, which feels like that could be a good thing, just to try and see how it looks. I'll do the analog first, and so I'm going to try just for a top-down shot. Am I within the minimum focusing distance? That's the real question here. So let's see if we can do this. Oh, all right. All right, we're gonna go up to f2.8. That feels like a good mix of things, and I'm gonna focus on the dial part of it. Actually, I'm going the lens here. All right, and now it's the turn of this camera. Let's see how I can do this. To get a portrait shot, I think I'm gonna have to bust out a stool and actually get vertical on this. So, if you've ever wondered how people used to do top-down shots, it's like this. All right, so here we go. A similar height and distance. Yeah, am I within the minimum focusing distance? I am not. All right, I'm right here by the microphone. All right, we're going up to f2.8. I hope you can hear that really well. It's quite nice. Okay, well, if you've ever wondered how people get pictures top down, it's that they have, a stool laying around. All right, well, pretty excited for this and looking forward to it. Anyway, Joseph, thanks for watching the video today. Thanks for being nerdily excited like I am about something like this, about film, and about how it feels, what it looks like, and maybe what it's going to be. So we'll see you next video. Peace.